Since 1952, UCP of Central Arizona has dedicated its mission to advancing the independence, personal development, and productivity of individuals with disabilities. Every year, we impact the lives of nearly 3,000 individuals in our community. Our emphasis will always remain providing high-quality, community-based services and programs. UCP's new brand campaign communicates tremendous emotional insights from the individual's perspective and how they deal with their own set of circumstances. Through their eyes, UCP is their way forward, giving them the needed therapy and innovative services. Our campaign further exemplifies just how strong-willed each individual has become. Through the efforts of UCP, possibilities realized.
Hi everyone, I'm Kerry, and what an exciting moment this is. That was an exclusive first look at UCP's new brand campaign, Possibilities Realized. Special thanks to our friends at Noodle for creating that incredible video. Thank you so much. For the next 30 minutes, that's what we will be talking about. Possibilities Realized. People who break barriers and never give up. I have some extraordinary people in my studio who will be sharing stories of personal determination, inspiration, and strength, along with what drives them in their work and personal lives to stay strong and keep moving forward to help not only themselves, but others achieve their fullest potential. So let me begin by introducing our dynamic MC. He's right over there in Studio A, who will share more about his life and how he's managed to stay strong. Please welcome, wearing his cool State 48 t-shirt, Jack Flores.
Welcome to the 2020 Champions virtual event, UCP Strong. While this is UCP's 9th Champions event, it's our first virtual one, which is really cool. I'm really glad you're here with us this afternoon. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Jack Flores. I'm 14 years old and I've been coming to UCP for therapy since I was 3. Today, I'm your MC. Over the next 30 minutes, I hope you'll see why UCP has been so important to my life and to the lives of other kids and adults with disabilities just like me. I have cerebral palsy, which isn't a disease or anything I caught like the flu. Mine was caused by a brain injury that affected my ability to control my muscles and coordination. As I'm sure you can see, it didn't affect my intelligence or the ability to talk, which I'm known to do a lot. Believe it or not, a doctor once told my parents that I might never be able to walk on my own. I've certainly proven him wrong. Thanks to my hard work, the love of my parents, and the dedication of my UCP therapists, I not only walk, but I'm a runner on my high school track team. That's what UCP is all about, helping people with disabilities like me accomplish our hopes and our dreams. Before we move into today's program, let's take a minute to thank the sponsors who made this event possible. Thank you to all our generous sponsors for their continued support, and Blue Cross Blue Shield for being our presenting sponsor. And a shout out to all our in-kind and generous Fund a Need supporters. Please be sure to learn more about them in our virtual program emailed earlier to you and participate in our mystery box and State 48 t-shirt sales during today's virtual event. I'll be back to share more toward the end of the event, so stay tuned. For now, let me pass my virtual mic to Ms. Brenda Hansard, UCP CEO, to tell you more about UCP.
Hello, I want to share a special welcome to each of you from UCP's Board of Directors, staff, and the families we serve. Jack is a wonderful example of the thousands of children, teens, and adults who have been able to develop greater independence over the last 67 years. The strength of UCP comes from our highly trained, caring staff, our families, and our loyal supporters. UCP is so much more than buildings on a campus. If you've ever visited the Laure Center, our adult day program, or our downtown pediatric therapy clinic, then you know our beautiful facilities were thoughtfully designed for the families we serve. Having quality physical space to run programs is important, But great buildings are nothing without the right people to provide the services. While it is true that we serve people with disabilities, our eyes don't see disabilities. We see ability, the potential of each individual to become all he or she can be, as long as the individual is willing to put in the hard work that it takes to reach their personal goals. You might think this drive to reach a goal only exists as we get older and more mature, but nothing could be further from the truth. Even in infancy, children reach out for others. They reach out for a toy. They push their tiny bodies to raise their head, roll over, or propel themselves forward. While a physical or intellectual disability may make this much more difficult, the underlying desire to engage with others is at the core of being human. Our work every day is dedicated to making these goals possible. What many people don't realize is that it's very costly to provide highly individualized programs and services, more money than any family could afford on their own. This is why today's virtual event is important. Donors and supporters like each of you make our work possible through your generous donations, and for that we are truly grateful.
Thank you, Brenda. Circle K has been a champion for UCP for the last 39 years. They help ensure the dynamic programs and services provided by UCP remain available for families right here in our community. Having the opportunity to build stronger local communities is at the core of Circle K's mission. They strive to be good corporate citizens by improving the quality of life in the communities they serve through a host of local charities and organizations like UCP. Their goal is to help people, encourage families and children, and support the communities in which they do business. For UCP, they express commitment to community in a purposeful, practical, and powerful way by partnering with vendors and customers to increase donations, and this helps keep UCP's programs and services available for as many families as possible. If you or anyone you know has ever dropped change in a Circle K UCP cash canister at the register, then your donation and contribution helped our efforts to support people with disabilities in our community, and we thank you. I hope you continue to donate at your local Circle K store and lend your support for today's virtual event. And next time you frequent downtown Phoenix, be sure to look up and see this wonderful reminder of the good work happening because of the coins you are dropping in the Circle K canisters that add up to millions of dollars.
Hi, I'm Michael Kruer, and I have the great privilege of being Alexandra's doctor. I'm a pediatric movement disorders neurologist, which is a fancy way of saying that I care for kids with cerebral palsy and related conditions. My passion in the hospital is to try to help kids walk, talk, and move their bodies the way that they want to. But that translates into a need to improve the care that we're delivering, not only giving the best possible care today, but also being part of the solution for the future. Part of that is the reason that I'm so passionate about research. I truly believe that research is good medicine, and research is what allows us to innovate and to push the needle forward for kids like Alexandra. In addition to my work at Phoenix Children's Hospital, my research laboratory at the University of Arizona College of Medicine is dedicated to trying to understand the causes of cerebral palsy and related conditions. The goal is to not only put a Band-Aid on symptoms, but to actually treat the heart of the disorder, really improving the ability of doctors and therapists to make lasting improvements for the kids that they care for. The work that we do really has multiple different areas of focus. We're very invested in trying to not only improve things for kids in the near term, but to present a balanced portfolio so that we can invest in long-term cures as well. Doing this requires a dedicated team, a collaboration of neuroscientists, computer scientists, physicians, geneticists, and biologists, all working together to try to uncover the root causes of cerebral palsy. And in some cases, that involves looking at early brain injury and ways to protect the most vulnerable brains early in life. In other examples, our work is using genetics and improvements in genetics to try to understand the root causes of CP in a brand new way. This work has implications for the future, not only in terms of improving diagnosis, but also for treatment. Some of our latest findings indicate that up to 10% of the kids that we test may have a genetic explanation for their cerebral palsy that actually allows us as doctors to treat them differently. Sometimes that means for reaching for the right treatment off the shelf the first time. In other cases, this allows us to avoid a potential complication or to treat kids with something that we never would have dreamed of using for cerebral palsy in the past. All in all, this research is allowing us to envision a brighter future, one that not only involves trying to control symptoms, but really is invested in pushing for a cure. My work as a physician allows me to work alongside families and therapists to improve the quality of life for their kids. This really provides me with an up-close and personal look at the hard-fought progress that kids like Alexandra make on a day-to-day basis. The credit for this hard work goes to the kids and the families, but it's a real blessing to be able to watch alongside them. This event is about strength. And one of the things that I love about working with kids and their families is the incredible resilience that they show. Kids and families have an inner strength that dwarfs anything that we see for adults. It's such a blessing to be able to be a part of that through the work that we do every day at the Children's Hospital and even in the research lab as we push forward for better treatments. The work that UCP does, not only on a day-to-day basis, trying to make sure that kids make the everyday gains that help make some of their remarkable stories possible, but also envisioning a brighter future. This work is absolutely critical, and it could not occur without support from the community, from donors and philanthropists who are willing to pitch in and to help support such a wonderful organization. As I've shared, my research is focused on what we dream for the future, a profound understanding of the underlying neurological basis of cerebral palsy and related disorders. My medical practice is focused on treating and medical interventions that may improve the quality of life for people with these developmental disorders. Community and clinically based programs like UCP come alongside physicians and researchers like myself to provide expertise and hope to increase independence in everyday lives for those they serve. Here are a few examples of the difference that this support makes.
Hello, I'm Megan Bebee and this is Henley Bebee. So Henley was born with a mid-muscular VSD in her heart. So she had a hole in her heart, and she had a small ASD. She had open heart surgery when she was 7 months old. And we have done lots of therapy through UCP. She's done feeding therapy and just got off her G-tube a couple weeks ago. We also have done physical therapy and occupational therapy and speech therapy. She's doing amazing. And what makes us strong is each other. You have no idea how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. And Henley is the true warrior. Henley, can you show him how strong you are? Say strong!
No.
Okay, well, she is our strong warrior.
My name is Charlie Duffy. I'm 13 years old and I have cerebral palsy. When they asked me to answer the question, what gives you strength or what makes you strong, it took me a very, very long time to answer this question because I never really thought about it. But after a long time of thinking, I'd have to say my friends and family because they were always pushing me to do better. I would have to say my softball coaches because they always want me to do better and they never let me give up. And I would have to say my teachers because they always want me to succeed. But I have to give big thanks to UCP because who knows where I'd be without them.
Hi guys, my name is Katie Laure and this is my son Hudson. Hudson, you want to say hi?
I'm Hudson.
And he's 5. I find my strength in knowing that my son Hudson will always have a village of support to aid in his journey of improvement and accomplishment. We are fortunate to have the love and support of our friends and family and our awesome team of therapists at UCP. Hudson is now jumping and catching a ball, speaking in short sentences, and he's even writing his name. A year ago, I didn't think any of this was possible. But with the support we receive from our UCP village, these things are no longer our dream, but they're our reality. I want to say thanks and say bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Hi, I'm Nicole Anderson, and this is my daughter, Alexandra. So what makes me strong? My daughter. She has Pitt-Hopkins syndrome, but it doesn't stand a chance when she's receiving therapy services with UCP. UCP has helped us in so many ways. Since she was 10 months old, we've been receiving occupational therapy, physical therapy, feeding therapy, and speech therapy. And what has she accomplished in those times? A lot. Recently, she's actually learned to walk in her gait trainer and actually made her way through the house and into her bedroom for the very first time. And that was at the age of 5 years old. Can you imagine that? Walking into your bedroom for the first time and being 5 years old. It's taken her maybe a little bit longer than most to learn to do some of the most simple tasks, but we're so grateful that UCP has been by our side to see her way through. What many may take for granted, we don't. We call them inch stones. They're basically everyday miracles. They could range from putting food in your mouth for the first time to big deal stuff like walking into her bedroom. It fuels my desire to continue to offer her the world so that she can change the world for the better.
Hello everyone. We are together virtually to celebrate the work United Cerebral Palsy does every day. This work is not easy, but as so many of us have learned in these past few months, we're stronger than we think, and while we may not have realized it, we have powerful, dedicated people standing behind us. You and all the people who support United Cerebral Palsy are evidence of that. Since 1939, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Arizona has been on a mission to inspire health, to not just make healthcare more accessible to everyone in our state, but to help create a community that is all-inclusive, a community that serves and supports all Arizonans. That's why we invest in organizations like United Cerebral Palsy. They're essential to helping Arizonans meet the physical, mental, and emotional health needs that allow us to all pursue and experience fully lived lives. Through their therapy, early childhood education, family support, and adult training programs, United Cerebral Palsy has helped countless individuals and families live the lives they're not only capable of living, but those they deserve to live. And we're proud to help them continue creating those miracles every day. To all of those participating in today's virtual event, thank you. We hope you will give what you can to support the exceptional, extraordinary programs and services provided by United Cerebral Palsy. Now, back to Jack.
Hi, I'm back. And now you see why UCP has been so important to families and kids like me. UCP continues to provide strength and hope when kids with disabilities receive appropriate pediatric therapy when we are young. When I was young, therapy was hard. I wanted to be able to do the things my friends could easily do, like soccer, running, or time math tests. But no one ever let me feel sorry for myself. My parents and my therapist encouraged me to be more. I pushed myself to be more. Even though I'm still just a kid, I think about the future and what I want. I want to be a good man. I want to get married and become a strong father like my dad. And I want to be active and participate in life to the fullest. I still have a lot to learn, and I'm learning more every day to get to my goals. Today, we need your help to keep making UCP strong for all the people depending on the critical services and programs we provide. Would you please help us and ask your friends and family to help too? We can't make it without you. Here are two very important people who are part of our history and strong foundation, Armando Contreras and Kerry Dozier.
I'm Kerry Dozier. Thanks for being here today. If you are not the parent of a special needs child, or if you don't really know the family of a special needs child, a lot of what you've seen and heard today might be totally new to you. If you've never spent a day with a mom or dad who's trying to get a diagnosis for their child, you might not have ever thought about how overwhelming it is to not know exactly what it is that makes your child different and less able to reach those milestones. If you have spent time with one of these families, you know that some days can be really, really hard. They need special childcare because they can't always call the babysitter down the street. They need special equipment because their child might not be able to use a typical car seat or high chair or even a desk at school. And they need therapy, PT and OT and speech therapy, so that their child can keep up with the other kids who don't think twice about kicking a ball or picking up a crayon or eating out at a restaurant. And these days, with more parents working from home and fewer outings for everyone, the extra struggle of a special needs family is real. They need strength. That's when they turn to United Cerebral Palsy. You would be right if you said that UCP is a lifeline for special needs families at a time like this. But the Laure Dozier Center has been a lifeline for families every day since it opened in 2003. Every day, kids go there to get stronger and learn life skills, and parents go there to learn how they can help their kids be the best they can be. Whether it's the accessible playground, the friendly classrooms, or just a break for parents who need a bit of time for themselves, UCP gives families and kids the strength they need to keep moving forward today and every day. Thank you to all of the fabulous professionals who work at UCP. You do what you do with a lot of love, and the families you serve could not do it without you. Now, I want to introduce you to my friend, Armando Contreras.
For over 71 years, the strength and power of the United Cerebral Palsy brand has been identified with building community, engaging and empowering families, and providing vital services and healthcare to millions in the United States and Canada. As the former CEO of UCP of Central Arizona, I've experienced the commitment, passion, dedication of its team firsthand. Each and every staff member, volunteer, and its board of directors are superstars and heroes. Their outstanding work has inspired the confidence of the children, teens, and adults they serve by helping them achieve major milestones, leaps and bounds beyond anyone's expectation. But the truest inspiration comes from the smiles, gratitude, and motivation to live life without limits shown by those who receive the help and services at UCP of Central Arizona. They are the models for humanity. UCP of Central Arizona is home for me. I've seen children walk, run, speak, smile, hug, and display unfettered joy and love when many doubted it was possible. As the president and CEO of UCP National, I'm honored to serve as the custodian of the UCP brand and our 63 affiliates. Please give generously to UCP of Central Arizona in these difficult times. Take it from me. You'll be making a huge difference in so many people's lives. Thank you.
Thank you from me, my family, and all my friends at UCP of Central Arizona. Thank you for caring and ensuring that people with disabilities stay strong and can be everything we dream possible.